Hey guys, it's Mario here, and I'm super excited to be sharing with you in this video an advanced training method. It's an advanced technique that I've never seen anybody else in the gym do. So I've been around the world, I've been to over 40 countries, 50, 60 different gyms. I've trained around the globe and I've never seen anybody utilize this technique. And it really makes me sad because it's such an awesome way to train. It's an awesome technique to maximize muscle hypertrophy in a very, very short amount of time. So the name of the technique is called Myo-Reps. It was developed by Borge Fagerli from Norway, a very famous strength coach in Norway. He's done seminars all around the world. He's in seminars around Europe very frequently. He's a strength coach and he's an amazing guy in general. I've gone through a lot of his interviews. Super, super cool guy. So essentially, he developed this method, which is a very specific type of rest pause training. So basically what you do is you take a set to failure, right? You take a first set to failure. That's called the activation set. That's what I did just now. I took a set to failure and I'm doing mini sets. I'm doing mini effective sets. So the reasoning behind this is that your muscle tissue, it's very effective at producing force when you need to lift something. And it will essentially recruit different types of fiber as you go through your set. And only until all the fiber is absolutely needed, then the muscle will recruit them. But with this method, as you went to failure on the first set, which is kind of the activation set, the activation means that you've activated your muscle fiber to 100%, then you don't give the muscle any rest. You do very short rest periods and you have those effective sets, which are maintaining that maximum fiber activation that stimulates a ton of growth. And you see here a guy walking up to me, he's like trying to take this away. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh yeah, I just need to do one set. I'm like, okay, it's fine, you can take it. Because I don't understand Spanish very well, so it's complicated sometimes. So I'm going here into my triceps exercise, and this is a great example of how I did my reps. So now you guys can see what I'm actually doing here is the activation set. So I pick a weight that I can do about 10 to 20 reps, maybe 25, 30 sometimes, and I go to failure. I always take it to failure, because it's the end of the workout. I usually do these at the end with my arms, my shoulder exercise. Specifically today, I wanted to show you how you do this for arms. And I go to failure, and I usually do it on cables as well because they allow me to maximize the constant tension. So I'm really go like constant tension and then just rest a little bit. So my muscle fiber is completely activated now and I'm just doing effective set. So this is effective set number 1. You can do 1 to 5 reps on an effective set because you already went so close to failure and even to failure that there's really no more energy, right? There's no more strength in there. So you just do those effective sets to knock it out. So second effective set, right? You just do that effective set. So the idea of this is to maximize hypertrophy without spending a lot of time in the gym. And if you combine this with supersets or like alternating sets, which I'm doing here, I always alternate. I haven't done biceps 2 sets in a row for the last 3 years. I see so many guys just trying to hammer out the biceps and just by the time they get to the triceps, the biceps is completely dead. By alternating this set, you get to rest your biceps a little bit, you get to use more volume, and you get to do the same thing for your triceps and you get more growth in both of these. So it really doesn't make sense to go for straight sets with biceps or triceps because it's such a easy thing to superset, all alternate sets. Here you see me doing some intra-set stretching, also another advanced technique. In this video I wanted to cover Myo-Reps, but this is a special technique that I'm going to cover in some of the other videos. I'm going to get my thing back to do the biceps. And basically you see here I'm performing this. I wanted to keep all the footage in here so you guys can see what's happening. You see me performing this here with not a lot of rest, right? I'm not resting a lot, and that's the whole point, right? You don't have time. This is a very time effective method. So if I had to organize my training plan within like 25 minutes to get the similar amount of volume and growth, I would probably be using a lot of supersets and Myo-Reps, right? I would probably be doing a lot more of these. Maybe I would just do 3 sets of heavy weights for like bench press, squat, deadlift, maybe for 3 to 5 reps, and then I would do everything else in terms of Myo-Reps. And because it's a most effective method you can get while getting that full activation and you can get that in a very short amount of time, and right, and you just knock out a lot of effective sets and you're done, right? You could get a awesome workout done within like 20-25 minutes. And I'm gonna leave the link in the description below for you guys to learn more about Myo-Reps. And I think it's a severely underutilized technique. It's not, I mean, I'm not saying that this is the best method out there. I'm not saying that this is the only method out there. There's many different ways of achieving the same effect, but Myo-Reps is my personal favorite, and it's just another productive tool to have in your toolbox, right? And you never want to get married to one single approach. And there's many different training methods, and you need to combine different training methods to get maximum results. I mean, you want to plan in and include variations in your loads. So you want to go heavy, you want to go light, you want to go higher, you want to go lower volume, you want to go higher frequency sometimes, you want to go lower frequency sometimes. All of these things are needed to maximize results with your training, and that is what means to really have a plan and a strategy, is to include all of these things, right? So basically the way I'm going to include Myo-Reps just recently in the last couple of years is that I'm going to do them at the end of the workout for my smaller muscle groups. So you can do this also for your bigger muscle groups. Sometimes I try to do it for my chest, which is something that I really want to focus on to get it in a lot more volume. If I need to get more volume, I'm going to do it maybe for some cable flies. And as I said, I want to do it with cables because they allow me to keep that constant tension in the group. And sometimes you will need to get even a little bit less range of motion just to ensure that your muscle is working nonstop. So that's a really key point here, because you don't want to lock out, or you also don't want to rest the weight, right, between while you're doing the sets, because you want to keep that constant tension in the muscle as much as you can. And really this approach is painful. Like when you do this, you're gonna feel pain. It's not gonna be easy. And I think Borge himself, he said that he got a lot of hate mail when this first came out from like really advanced guys. They were like messaging me, hey dude, like what the fuck is this? You know, I'm sore, you know, I can't move my arms anymore. And that's something I've noticed myself. You know, when you apply this, it really fucking hurts. Like for a day or two, you're massively sore, even for those muscle groups that you never felt soreness. For me, like biceps, I rarely felt it sore, but I mean, every time I use Myo-Reps, I feel it, like it's really there, right? I mean, it creates a lot of that muscle damage that is needed for muscle growth, right? So besides that, I mean, just a little bit of a warning for you guys there that this is going to be painful. It's not going to be easy. In this video, I also wanted to share with you guys a little bit of my physique update. I've been hitting PRs every 2-3 weeks. I mean, training has been going really well, and I didn't want to cut out any footage. You see me here, I'm doing a little bit of stretching in between sets. This is basically what I'm doing in the gym. I'm fully focused on my goal, really maximizing my time in it. And you'll see me here going to a quick physique check so you guys can see what I'm at right now. I'm pretty happy with my results, and I'm curious with you guys, how are you doing? So leave it in the comments below. And this is the physique, pretty awesome, pretty happy. And leave me in the comments below how you plan to utilize Myo-Reps in your training. So I want to curious about that. How do you plan to implement them? For which muscle groups do you want to use them for? And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to click subscribe below to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.